When I was younger, I was fascinated with movies. I was amazed at how VFX was able to transform the human shape into whatever it dreamt up to be. How I was able to track the motion of joints, how I was able to deform skin, how I was able to replace texture in a way that seemed so realistic. This is the essence of the universal coordinate system. How do we move across representations of human shape? And how do we make one person's experience of shape, one person's form, as real and as understandable across time and across different domains? The essence behind the universal coordinate system is based on the way wayfinders have been traveling the seas, the oceans for thousands of years. By looking at the stars, we're able to form an incredible constellation, a network that allows us to tell where we are in the world with good precision. The relationship between one star and another provides us information about distance. It tells us relative to where we are in the world, how we can navigate from one place to the next. We've been doing this for thousands of years, and so with much innovation, we bring this to the human body. We establish a type of constellation using the joints, set of rigid structures that tend to be constant throughout most of the adult life, as a stable landmark. And as a person changes in shape and size and weight, we're able to keep track of the locations over joints over time and see how to compute the location of lesions relative to these joints. First part of the problem is creating the constellation through the joints. This is a problem that people have been trying to solve for decades. How from a single video frame we're able to keep track of where the location of your right elbow is, or the location of your left shoulder is. In these major movie studios, they place VFX camera trackers, which are reflective balls that lay on the joints that you wish to track, and have these fancy reflective cameras keep track of them over time. What's happening here is we're trying to do this completely markerless. Through video feed from a phone, through video feed from the sensors of our system, without any markers on the patient itself, we deployed an algorithm that can keep track of the location of the joints completely markerless in real time. This AI model that allows us to keep track of the joints over time forms the basis of the knowledge of the shape of the human body. From there, we construct our coordinate system. Like the constellation networks, the joints give us precise locations of where we are in space. On the torso, we can measure the location of the left shoulder, the right shoulder, the left and right hip, and use that to mark the location of any point on the surface of the body relative to those anchor points. We can form this for each rigid body: the torso, the upper arms, the lower arms, the upper legs, the lower legs, the head. These structures are invariant in their shape. They do not move across joints, and so we can use them as perfect references to each other to figure out the location of every other point on their surface. When a patient goes to the clinic and has a total body photography scan, now with our system we're able to detect these lesions, but through the universal coordinate system, we're able to keep an accurate location of these lesions as they progress over time. Now as time goes on and shape changes, their pose changes, and so on and so forth, we're able to figure out which lesions are where, and we're able to compute critically important diagnostics, including how the lesion progresses and changes over time. This research falls into the category of pose estimation, where we use AI and computer vision to estimate the human pose. Pose estimation falls into three forms: kinematic pose estimation, planar pose estimation, and volumetric pose estimation, in order of easiest to compute to hardest to compute. This specific research of tracking all the points in the human body falls under the last category, volumetric pose estimation, where researchers have spent decades developing human models that can deform based on parameters of shape and size. Here at Lumo Imaging, this method allows us to compute volumetric pose estimation completely model-free. We're able to do this in a lightweight manner that we can efficiently make these computations on the fly, from devices as powerful as our Lumo scanning systems to as lightweight as the mobile phone. This allows us to create technologies for patients, track where lesions are and how they progress with just a click of the button. We've been trying to tackle this problem for several years, with technologies that have already been approved via the patent offices and many more that are patent pending. This framework of the universal coordinate system allows us to create a consistent ruler for all patients.